help with either some sports or some crafts or some games. So great, every neighborhood way of serving, and we're trying to keep that up to date on the Well Served page. So that's a resource for you guys, going forward. Next thing is, I think who mentioned it? I think it was Scott. Or Oswald, we're trying to really engage, give you guys opportunities to lead on a Sunday, and that's going to continue going forward. So this goes back to communication. Let us know, but we've been throwing out things like last Sunday, helping with the I Am the Vine message and that service. We're going to be doing prayer more often on a Sunday. We just love, it's opportunities for you guys to lead and to support what's happening on a Sunday. So it's really fun as we've made the transitions that campus pastors oversee life groups as well. It's cool to see those two worlds come together and that there's a shared vision there. So just be looking for that. Just wanted to emphasize that. And then going forward, so from today, if you're new, if you're just checking things out, we would love for you, or you hadn't yet, we'd love for you to fill out the launch sheet. Launch sheet is just a form that you'll fill out that lets us know what to put on the website. Name, date, time, location, type of group. I think this is what we're going to be about as a life group. We are going to put that stuff live this week for the website because what's going to happen next week is State of the Church. So we want to have all our group information up there, ready to go. If you're a brand new leader, we're also going to have some meetings and just kind of application process for that. But we'd love for you, if you haven't yet, turn in your launch sheet. If you're an existing leader, we still want you to turn that in. That helps us make sure all of our information's up to date, the website's up to date. So make sure you do that if you have not yet. Fill out the launch sheet. And then finally, your group. So we're going to launch. When are we launching? We're launching September 4th for midweek, September 8th for the Sunday. And with that, we'd love help. So we're going to have T-shirts that are volunteer T-shirts. We'd love to have you out there because it's one thing to say, you see on a sheet of paper, it says, this is so-and-so's group. But it's another thing for them to go, hey, I'm thinking about joining Dale's group. And me to go, Dale's right here. Go talk to Dale. And to be able to make that connection is really fun. You're able to have that face-to-face before meeting them. They're just not a name on a sheet of paper or an email. So I'd love to have your help on the 4th or the 8th. So save that date in your calendar. And then also the process with that, just to let you know how it all goes behind the scenes. Somebody signs up, they go to our website, they type in their information. Jessica and Janelle, they then take that information, they add them to your group. You, we love, we talked about care as a high value. We'd love for you to follow up with those people within 24 to 48 hours. That's the time if somebody does not get hear back from anybody, they have a tendency to drop off. So we'd love for you to follow up as quickly as you can with that contact. Just say, hey, saw you signed up, excited to have you in the group. Here's the details. What questions do you have? So send them, it'd be best to call and then follow up maybe with an email. So do that within a couple days at the max. And then from there, just let us know if they stick or they don't. I think some surveys have shown that it takes an average of about 3 groups to find a group that really fits. Yeah, you stick in. So there are going to be people that don't stick in your group. Don't take offense by that. I know as a leader, I lead a life group, and sometimes it's like, man, this should work. This should happen right here. But sometimes it doesn't. Don't take offense at that. But let us know, hey, they didn't come, and let us know why. We just want to, once again, do a good job of caring. So if we don't know why, we want to find out, was it not the right fit? If it's not the right fit, let's find another one for them. So let us know if they don't stick and if they do. That's, once again, communication. Let us know what's happening. Let me see. Oh, primers. So if you're new with us and you're going to be launching a new life group or you're going to launch a new leader life group, we have DVDs that have the primer on them. They also have the life group guide for the primer on here. So if you need that, come up here. I have them. They're also going to be in the back on a table over there. So if you need those, you're going to be going through the primer, which once again, if you're a new group, that's a yes. You're going to be going through the primer, so I can give you these or they're in the back. And yes, I'm trying to think. Any campus pastors, admins, any spiritual mission people, anything else? Yes, lunch is right there. Sorry, yes, there you go, got it. So what we want to do over lunch is just allow you a chance to connect as a campus. So some of these tables I can tell are campus, some of them are just random. So what we're going to do is Southeast, you guys will be over here. Clovis, you'll be back over there. Fig will be over here, and North can be in kind of the center and the front tables, okay? So you'll have to pick up your stuff and kind of rearrange. But before I do that, like I said, questions. There's probably a lot that's in your mind. If you're thinking it, I am sure somebody else is thinking it. So we can take 5 or 10 minutes of questions here just to allow you to process it. Okay? That's great. Yeah, the Janelle or Jessica will send you an email saying, "Hey, so and so has been added to your group. Can you follow up with them?" So yeah, you'll get an email. Great question. What else? No, great question. So you're an existing group. People are still in your group. What we would love to know is who's going to be in the group going forward. So I know as most groups reset, there's always a couple people that, hey, it's just not going to work out this semester or this year, or I've moved, blah, blah, blah. So if you can just let the admins know, hey, everything's up to date besides that these two people are out now. So if you can just let us know that, that's great. What else? Say that one more time, Randy. Yeah, email's great. Yeah, email's fantastic. Yeah, no, it's really up to you, and it's up to, I think group size is up to facilities. That's part of the equation. My group right now, we're at 30 adults and 12 kids. So we have realized we got to do what Oswald's talking about here. It's like it's time to grow, to multiply, to figure that out. But some groups, it's like their house can only hold 10. So 10's the limiting factor. So yeah, it's up to you. I think as you get to certain dynamics, the group changes. So you have to figure out, at our size, we have to figure out how do we make connecting points when we're so big, people can feel lost. But when you're 8 people, that's not going to be as big of an issue. So I think the group dynamics change, and as a leader, that's practical. You have to be aware of that. But yeah, it's up to you. I think that also leads to a good question, or a good kind of takeaway is, let us know too. Your group will be online until you tell us, hey, we're at max capacity and we can't take any more people. And like Melissa said, her group's going to always be online. That's her vision for it. But let us know if in this season you're like, hey, we need to not be online. Let us know that. Let the admins know that. That way we can remove that. How would it be? Hmm. I think it's a fantastic curriculum. Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's a given assumption. I would make some clarifiers for a non-believer. Hey, this is obviously the worldview we're coming from. This is the lens we're taking. But I think the reality is it's very basic, and it also is, hey, here's an idea, talk about it as a group. So I think what we found through the primer, this new version of it, you watch a 10, 15-minute video, and then you talk about it as a group, is the group really formulates who they want to be. We're not dictating this is how you got to be, but we say, hey, here's the idea of connect to God. And then in the group, you're saying, how are we going to live that out? Like, what does that mean? And so that's a chance for a non-believer to go, I don't know who God is. Like, I'd love to have this group help me in that, or. So I think it'd be a good tool. What else? If you're thinking it, somebody else probably is too. All right. This is as a life group leader, you guys know you got to make awkward pauses. Got to try and pull it out. Pull it out. All right. Well, with that, I would say, once again, Southeast, what did I say, Clovis, Fig, and North. And just use this as a time to connect per campus, get to know your campus folks. And then I think this is also a great time to ask questions and kind of process what you've heard today. We hope that this was a real beneficial thing for you. And we're excited for this next season. Any other kind of takeaways, Scott? Are you good? All right. Well, let's pray for lunch, and we'll dive in. Dear Lord, very excited for these leaders and the calling you've placed on them. I think, as Brad said, there's definitely a responsibility and there's definitely a privilege here. And so may they feel the privilege that you have called them to invest in others this season. You've called them to be a tool in your kingdom. And so may they this summer, or this coming year, may they really heed that call. May they invest in others. May they connect to the vine that you are. And from that place, may they just pour out. Give them the strength and the vision that they need for this coming year. May we, as the well, just resource them and help them in anything they need. But Lord, we are excited for the work you're going to do. As people come to know you, they come to know the truth of the gospel and see the gospel lived out in all areas of their life. We are excited for that, Lord. May this time of conversation around tables be rich, and may you just bless the food and the hands who prepared it. Amen. Janelle, any instructions? It's all ready. All right. Ladies first.